So today we're going to be talking about Back to the Future and a deep lesson in our service of God that we can learn from this movie, actually. On the surface, it sounds like a good idea. We're talking about Back to the Future 1. Let's say you're in high school and you have this, you imagine what would it be like if you went back to high school. Let's say your father went to the same high school as you. So you're going back to the same high school, back in time to when your father was in high school. Would you be friends with your father? It's a very interesting question, and seems to be innocent enough. And then we see that there's all these things that could go wrong. The big no-no, the big thing that goes wrong in the movie, there's many things in time travel that can go wrong, but the thing that is depicted foremost in the movie is interfering with the time at which your mother and father meet, that initial meeting with your mom and dad. And let's explain some of the deeper significance. So much, this was the focal point of the movie, so much so that this was the very thing that would cause Marty to become invisible, right? To become erased from the timeline. So the meeting of our parents is a very special thing. It resulted ultimately in us being born. But it's also something that is very private. Just like when our parents are married and we're growing up in the house, the act of intimacy is done behind closed doors in a very modest way, a physical intimacy between our mother and father. We know that our parents love each other very much, but that the act of physical intimacy, of marital intimacy, is done very discreetly, very privately, very modestly behind closed doors. So we could view Back to the Future actually as a discretionary tale. That what happens, so Marty goes back in time and he's like, this is going to be great, But what happens is he interferes with that initial physical attraction, the chemistry, the initial meeting between his parents. And so we could abstract it and we could view it as a cautionary tale in terms of not viewing our lives as simply the product of that physical union of our parents. That we are very thankful to our parents, but that physical union had to be blessed by God. Right? There's many times there's a physical union, and there aren't physical children that result from that union. But the fact that there was a child or twins or triplets or so forth that resulted from that physical union means that union was blessed by God. And so every moment of our lives, what is the thought? Obviously, we honor our parents. That's one of the 10 Commandments. We're very thankful to our parents. We afford them a lot of honor, a lot of respect, a lot of thanks for our physical life. But we should know that God continuously is breathing into our body a soul. And with every breath we take, God is breathing new life into our body. So anytime, for instance, that if you feel physically, especially spiritually fatigued, just remember this, that God is continuously cleansing and renewing, and to be thankful to God for every moment of our lives. It's purposeful. Our soul came down for a purpose and a mission. What happens if we lose track of that? Then we could feel, God forbid, like we are disappearing, like our purpose is disappearing, right? If we're just thinking about just our physical existence in this world, that we feel like we are just running on empty, right? We're getting tired, and we're not able to renew our excitement and joy for life. But if we view it as that our life is continuously coming from our soul, we're thankful to our parents for our physical body, but we're thankful to God for every breath we take, for our souls and for our life. Then we also have in mind that If God is breathing life into me, then that means I'm here for a reason. That means that life is purposeful. So again, back to the future. It's a cautionary tale. It's a very helpful metaphor, very interesting metaphor, something that took a lot of people's interest. But we should have in mind that why is it that when we time travel in Back to the Future, why is it that the main thing that could go wrong, especially in Back to the Future 1, is to interfere with our parents' meeting? And to think about that and to realize that what could go wrong today? Where should we redirect our thoughts today? That's the fact that we have a gift, we have a mission and purpose in this world. We're thankful to our parents for our physical life, of course, but we're also thankful to God at every moment of our lives, every breath that we take, for blessing that union, and thanking our parents and thanking God for blessing that union, and knowing that that's the fact that we are here means that we have a mission, we have a purpose, and we don't need to look to the past for that. We look to the future. Thank you.